Ever feel like social media, kind of messes with your sense of direction in life?
Yeah, like it's kind of nudging you down a path that maybe isn't really yours.
Exactly. And that's what we're diving into today, actually. We're taking a look at an episode from the Modern Core podcast.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they were talking about this whole idea how social media impacts the direction we take in life.
I like it. So, like, are we going to figure out how to stay true to ourselves online?
That's the goal. It's not about like ditching social media entirely.
Right, because it's not all bad.
Definitely not. But the Modern Core podcast made a really good point. It's kind of like a double-edged sword.
Oh, totally. Like, on one hand, you can connect with people, find new things you're into, even build a career. It's crazy.
Absolutely. But then there's this whole other side.
Yeah, it's like this weird curated reality. Super easy to fall into the comparison trap.
Ugh, the comparison trap. Don't even get me started.
But they actually shared a really interesting insight on this. I think you'll like this.
Okay, I'm listening.
They said, and this is backed by research, that if you cut back on social media to just 30 minutes a day,
30 minutes, seriously.
yep, apparently it can significantly reduce feelings of anxiety.
Wow, 30 minutes less scrolling, and I could actually feel less anxious. That's wild.
It's kind of mind-blowing, right? How much power we're giving these apps.
It's true, though. I mean, we've all been there, right? Like 2 a.m., scrolling through our feeds.
Wow, yeah.
And everyone else's life just seems so perfect?
Picture perfect. Vacations, careers, everything.
Exactly. And then you look at your own life and it's just like,
Dullsville. Population.
"Uh, stop. You're making me feel worse."
I'm sorry. But it's true. We're bombarded with these highlight reels.
It's like everyone's life is a movie and we're stuck behind the scenes,
And we're comparing our behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel.
which is like the definition of a recipe for disaster.
Exactly. It's like you're setting yourself up to feel inadequate.
And you know what the Modern Core podcast said about that?
What do they say?
They said it's like social media gives us this map, right?
Okay.
But it only shows like the tourist traps, the big flashy places,
Oh, I see.
not the cool little spots you find off the beaten path.
Right. Like the hidden gems and stuff.
Exactly. And those are usually the places where you like really grow, you discover new things about yourself.
Totally. But it's hard to appreciate that kind of stuff when you're busy looking at everyone else's perfect Instagram.
You're telling me it's like, forget my journey, let me just copy everyone else's.
Exactly.
Oh, and they actually had some pretty good advice for dealing with all this.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
They said be picky about who you follow. Make sure your feed is like a good vibe only zone.
Ooh, I like that.
Right. So like people who inspire you, make you laugh, teach you something.
It's like surrounding yourself with positive energy, even if it's just through a screen.
Exactly. And sometimes that means hitting that unfollow button.
Sometimes that's the best self-care there is. Seriously.
Totally agree. But it's not all about unfollowing people.
That's true.
The Modern Core podcast also talked about how social media can be like this amazing tool for finding your people.
Oh, 100%. Finding your tribe.
Yes,
Ah.
like those who get you, share your passions, all of that.
And they specifically mentioned LinkedIn and Instagram for that.
Which makes sense. LinkedIn, you can connect with mentors, find jobs, all sorts of things.
It's true. And Instagram, I mean, don't even get me started. You can find literally any interest group on there.
Seriously. Like underwater basket weaving?
Probably. You name it, it exists.
Yeah,
It's kind of amazing when you think about it.
it really is. Social media can connect you with people across the globe.
No matter how niche your interests are.
It's pretty cool. But like anything else, it's all about balance, right?
For sure. Balance is key.
It's like, yeah, you can find your people, but then it's like, how do you not lose yourself in the process?
Totally. It's like social media can be this amazing tool, but you got to make sure you're using it. And it's not like using you.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So how do we do that? How do we use it the right way?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
And the Modern Core podcast actually ended with a really interesting thought on this.
Ooh, I love a good thought-provoking question. Lay it on me.
Okay, so they asked, how can you use social media as like this tool for growth?
Mm-hmm.
To learn, to connect with your tribe, all that good stuff, but without letting it become this like measuring stick.
Ooh, Ooh, that's good. I like that. Because it's so easy to get caught up in comparing ourselves, right?
Totally. It's like we start measuring our lives against everyone else's highlight reels and forget that, everyone's journey is different.
It's so true. And I think that's something really important to remember, whether you're on social media or not, right?
100%. Your journey is uniquely yours. So yeah, go out there and connect with people, explore new things, but don't forget to listen to your own inner compass.
Yes. Listen to that inner voice that's guiding you towards what you really want. And on that note, I think we've reached the end of our deep dive.
I feel like we just scratched the surface.
I know there's so much to unpack when it comes to social media and its impact on our lives.
But hey, that's the beauty of a deep dive, right? It's all about getting you thinking, getting you curious, and hopefully inspiring you to explore these ideas even further.
Absolutely. And remember, if social media is starting to feel like a bit of a maze, take a step back, breathe, and reconnect with your own sense of direction. Your own North Star is out there waiting. And sometimes all it takes is a little digital detox to find it again.
Couldn't have said it better myself.